are doing well. We are talking about hoodoo door protection. All right. Don't get your underwear in a bunch. It is okay. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I completely understand, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to be going over a few hoodoo door protection uh, things you can do. Now, when it comes to door protection, I am talking about a literal door. I am talking about the door to your home, your dwelling, your sanctuary, wherever you rest your head, wherever your family resides, and in some cases, even your place of work or wherever you may come and go in and out of. All right. So these are different things that you can do to ward off um, different evil spirits, or things that I have heard you could do to ward off certain evil spirits. Some I've done, some I have not done, and for protection so that they cannot enter that particular door. All right, so let me go to these right quick. Now, bells. Some people say you can put bells on to scare witches and evil spirits away. You know, you just wrap the bells around your door just like they do for Christmas. But anyway, not going there today. Another thing you can do is put salt by your doorstep, the entryway to your door, under your doormat. All right, salt deters evil spirits. And just for a little reference, you know, there is also the act of throwing salt over your shoulders after you have come into, you know, a difficult situation, or over a evil encounter or spirit. You could throw salt over your shoulder and things like that. Or if anything negative has been said, then people sometimes do tend to throw salt over their shoulder as well. Now, the other one is black tourmaline. Now, if you don't know what black tourmaline is, you can go and look this up. This is a mineral or stone. I actually keep black tourmaline by my router, by my internet router, to kind of deter all of that radioactivity and waves and stuff like that. But yeah, black tourmaline is another one you can put near your door to, you know, keep evil spirits away. Now, the next one, a lot of people don't even think about, is the words that we say and how powerful the words are that we use. And sometimes you don't even have to use them. Sometimes they can just be written around us, written down around us. And that's why the word says to write your vision down and make it plain, because even writing it has power. But a lot of people don't think about the fact that you have a welcome sign at your door. You're not saying what you're welcoming. You just have an open welcome sign at your door. And I remember my husband getting on me recently because I was going to pick up a welcome sign. And he said, no, he said, don't get that. You know, you could be welcoming things you don't want to welcome. And, you know, I say, okay, but basically we just have a mat now that just says, I think it just says hello. But just be careful about the wording that you have written around your house and your welcome mats as well. And I haven't seen the movie Sinners yet, but there is a reference to this, because in the movie Sinners, you have to welcome, they had to welcome and invite those demonic spirits inside of their building in order for them to get in. The next thing is olive oil. Now, we've all heard of olive oil from the Bible, and people using that to anoint each other, but you can use olive oil on your doors. I've done this. I've put olive oil on the doors of some of my enemies and people that I've had issues with as well, and it has worked. It has moved those people out of the way. And I've even done this on behalf of other people. So if they were having issues with someone and I knew for sure they were having issues, I intervened, and I actually, you know, put anointing oil or olive oil that had been spoken over. You have to speak over it. Now, you can't just buy olive oil and go throw it somewhere. You got to speak over it, speak your intentions over it, just like you would do water. But the other thing is smoke, a smoke cleanse. And a lot of people use sage for that. And you can look up the benefits of sage. Now, other things are plants. Rosemary plants and snake plants are very good for warding off evil spirits. And I actually have 2 snake plants by my door. All right. And last but not least is a horseshoe. I've seen horseshoes all of my life over the doors of people. Hi, how are you, Mike? And but yeah, just to put a little bit more reference to why you might be seeing horseshoes, is because, you know, older people, ancestors and things like that, they kept that horseshoe over there to ward off evil spirits and keep evil things and people out. And the same direction and position that you see it in on the thumbnail with the hooks at the bottom, that's the position you want to put it in, because it said that that keeps witches from being able to enter in up under the door. All right, so if anyone has any issues with any of this and hoodoo in general, let me tell you something. In the book, in the Bible, it talks about Passover. And in Passover, you are supposed to put, thank you, Mike, I appreciate that. You are supposed to put the blood of a young lamb over your door for Passover, so that the evil spirit in the spirit of death could pass over your door. So if you want to talk about hoodoo in the Bible, you're going to have a very difficult conversation, because there's so many things in the Bible that could actually be referenced as hoodoo. There are a lot of hoodoo practices that are not evil at all. They're just ways of life, and they just use general practical things that are already around you to actually help you progress and protect yourself in life. All right. So that's basically what I have to say today. I want to thank you all for joining the live. If you don't understand what I'm saying, go and look it up for yourself. Look up some of these items and look up their benefits, you know, like the olive oil, the sage, the horseshoes, and the historical references to horseshoes and good luck. You know, it can't be good luck if it's going to be evil. And that's why people put the horseshoes over their doors. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that this was helpful, and you all be blessed.